These are 5 tips and tricks that will help you get way better at driftball and Orion Drift. My first tips and trick is to learn how to shoot. Now when you first start driftball, you might low-key be shooting like this and completely missing the goal. But that's okay because we all start somewhere. This easy drill will help you pinpoint your accuracy and speed. So what you want to do is go onto this ring, also known as nest, and this is right above the goal. Then spawn your heart ball by gripping your chest, pulling out the small ball and letting it touch the ground. Then put your hand under the ball, pop it up and land it on your hand. Now that you have it in your hand, you want to throw it up, swing your arm back and hit it with your hand. Now when you do this, it might go right or left, like this or like this. Now the reason for this is your hand angle. You want to make sure it is flat when you're hitting the ball. If it's flat, it'll go straight forward. If you have it to the side like this, when you're hitting and it's like this, it will go to the left. And now this can be useful in certain situations, like if you are passing to somebody, your hand angle will help it get to them. Then, speed isn't all about hitting as hard as you can. Heart balls, which are the ones that you pull out of your chest, don't have a max speed. But the drift ball, on the other hand, does have a max speed. The max speed for the drift ball is about 17.9 meters per second, and who knows what the max speed on the heart ball is. Now, my second tips and trick is to learn how to get good ball control. Now, you might have heard the term ball control in your Orion Drift arenas, and you might not know what it means. What ball control is when you have the ball right in front of you, you're not just running at it and smacking it across the arena and then chasing it. What you're doing instead is getting the ball in your possession and keeping it in your possession to like juke people and then shoot the goal. Ball control all depends on your hand angle and the way you move around the arena. So a little thing about ball control that not a lot of people know is that your right hand actually has more priority than your left. You can see if I pick up the ball with both my hands, I can make my right hand push the ball into my left hand. But if I try to push it into my right hand, my left hand will go through. Meaning, sorry lefties, but you're probably going to want to use your right hand for ball control a little bit more than your left. Now, a nice little drill you can do to practice your ball control is that when you are outside of an arena and you're going to look for an arena, just pull out your heart ball and ball control it around the Orion. Doing this will help you use your ball control to get around certain obstacles and geometry. But now in Orion Drift's brand new update, you can actually come over here to the half-court practice area, and there will be 4 dribble challenges and more along the way. I have a short about all the locations of these down on my channel. Go check that out if you want to find them. Anyways, you can go ahead and click this button, and it will spawn in a ball for you that you can use to practice your ball control with, as well as shooting. Now my third tip is learning how to juke. Juking will help you get past defenders so you can make it a one-on-one with the goalie if there is one. Now something really very important with juking is not to do the same thing over and over again, because then you'll start to get predictable and the juke won't work. Now a big skill that a lot of people have is something I'll talk about a little bit later, but this is unpredictability, but we'll get to that next. Anyways, juking is when you use your ball controlling skills to get around defenders. So this is running with the ball, hitting break, making them fly over there, and then you driving it upfield to maybe get a free open shot on the goal or a one-on-one with the defender. Now a very stereotypical juke is just running with the ball in one of your hands, stopping with your hand, and then moving the other direction and just repeating that. And this can get very, very repetitive and people will start to learn, so you'll kind of have to switch it up a little bit. Now the fourth tip and trick that I just mentioned was unpredictability. Now your boy here is kind of predictable when it comes to drift ball, but I can give you a couple tips. Unpredictability is when you're taking the ball upfield when it's in your team's possession and maybe going like this to the side and then coming back, and it'll kind of juke somebody. Now unpredictability is another form of juking, and it is super useful, and pros are very good at it. To be unpredictable, is to make sure the defenders don't know where you're going. So maybe you'll look like you're just gonna jump off the bridge here, but instead you actually carve with the ball to the left and then get a better frontward angle to shoot the ball. Now the fifth and final tip that you can use in the drift ball arena is using the geometry in your movement to your advantage. Let's say you have possession of the ball and there's a defender in front of you, so you jump over them and do a ceiling carve to move out of their way. Now ceiling carving with the ball can be pretty difficult, but it can also be super useful and flashy if you do plan to get like clips and stuff, or just getting past the defenders themselves. Now wall carving hasn't really found a use yet, other than just looking flashy, but I'm sure people will find a use for wall carving in the future. Now the most useful and most used ability is floor carving. Floor carving with the ball, you kind of only want to do it with your right hand because of that priority stuff I talked to you guys about earlier. But you can kind of bypass this by, instead of carving with the ball super close to your hand, super close to your body so it phases through your body, you want to stick out your hand in front of you when you carve with the ball, so it's the only thing you're hitting, and you can do some pretty good carves with that. Now, if you did learn anything from these tips, make sure to subscribe down below. I'm trying to make it to 2K before the summer, and I would appreciate it if you leave a like and maybe a comment that this helped you. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.